guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title, today's video is going to be on Christian dating, the right way to date, because I know a lot of the worldly way to date, there's situationships, there's talking stages, there's friends with benefits, a whole load of things where we're just confused and we don't know what we're doing. So and it's so different from the way a Christian should date. So I'm gonna go through how we should date as Christians, just give you an insight on what you should be thinking about when you are trying to date somebody. First thing is dating somebody who has the same beliefs and the same values as you. So the best person to date would be a believer, because you are a believer, you have principles of Christianity, that's what you believe in, the way you live your life, the beliefs that you have, the values that you carry, all of those are influenced by your belief, by being a Christian. And so the most obvious thing to do is to marry somebody else who's a Christian, because they're gonna share the same beliefs as you, the same values, all these things. So it makes it so much more easier as well in the future when you're making decisions, or you get with somebody that is a Muslim or something like that, then they're not going to share the same values and beliefs as you. So when you're trying to go to church, they may want to go to a mosque, or they don't want to go to church and they want to go shopping, whatever it is, you're not going to share the same beliefs. So the verse that we're going to use which explains this is 2 Corinthians 6:14, where it says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what partnership has righteousness with lawlessness, or what fellowship has light with darkness?" So as you can see from this verse here, when we are yoked, and yoked means basically in the olden times they used to put a cow with another cow with a yoke, so they used to be the same type of animal together in terms of farming. And if you were to put any other animal with the one that's yoked over here, then the job wouldn't be done properly. And so I think that's why it applies to us when it says you need to be equally yoked. It means that we're not able to reach our goals of what we should be doing as Christians if we are with an unbeliever or somebody that's not equally yoked with us, because they're going to have different beliefs, they're going to have different values, and we're not able to practice our belief in the way that we should. You're going to have more things coming at you because you're not equally yoked. So you need to find someone that is equally yoked with you in terms of your religion, in terms of your beliefs, in terms of the way you think. And that applies also if you're a Christian yourself and you're a Pentecostal or evangelical and you're getting with someone that's Orthodox or Catholic. They're obviously going to go to their church. We all believe in Jesus, yes, we all believe in a lot of the things, but praying to Mary and stuff like that, we don't share that in evangelical and Pentecostal. And so navigating through that, it can be difficult if you don't share the same belief and you don't feel comfortable going to that kind of church. Even with Christianity itself, it needs to be someone that you don't mind maybe, or you are not too fussed with going to their church. So that's considerations for the future. You may be 22 or 21 right now and thinking, marriage, like, why are you thinking about that now? But it's so important, because you could be in love with that person, but at the end of the day you're gonna have to deal with that situation when you get there. So why not deal with it now when you're picking somebody, rather than having to deal with it then when you've got all these feelings and you've got kids and stuff like that. And then the second thing as well is, when you find that person and you want to date them, it's very, very important that you stay celibate or abstinent, or whatever it is that you would call it. So that's basically waiting to have sex until marriage. So you can't be doing any sexual activity with your partner because you are not yet married. So you can talk to them, go on dates, you know, get to know the person, but all the sexual things, that is saved from marriage. So that's what you should be doing. So you shouldn't be living with them either, because you will basically, it says that you will leave your mother's house and your father's house, and you will go to be with your husband or your wife, and you'll be basically together. So sex, all these things, it should be in the compound of marriage, as it's to procreate, and that shouldn't be happening outside of marriage. So there's many verses in the Bible where it says to flee from sexual immorality, and having sex before marriage and being promiscuous, all those things are things that we should flee from, so we shouldn't be doing. And so when you're dating, that's what you shouldn't be doing, and that involves any type of sexual relations. We shouldn't be doing that outside of marriage. So if you find a believer, they'll obviously have the same belief and they'll be celibate too, so it makes it so much more easier. But if you were to get with someone who's not a believer, then they're probably most likely not gonna be celibate, and so it makes it so much more harder to date. If you're saying you're celibate and you're dating somebody, don't go over to the house because you know you're gonna be tempted to do things. Don't have a sleepover with them in a hotel because you're gonna be tempted to do things. And if you're living with your partner as well, that obviously creates a bit of friction, because if you're seeing that person every day, you're sleeping in the same bed, it can create tension, and you know, one way or another you might fall into that temptation and give in. You know, we want to do the right thing and we want to follow what Jesus says, but our flesh is weak and we naturally just want to sin. Why would you want to put yourself in temptation where you know you are more likely to sin? So I think it's better to have boundaries and to know what you can take before you are tempted and you sin, unless they share that principle with you and are willing to adapt to your ways of living, and you know, and to accept your beliefs as well. But Paul also says that if you're not wanting to be married or you don't want to date, it's better for you to stay single and to just serve the Lord as yourself. But obviously some of us may want and we burn with a desire, as it says basically, and we lust after guys and we like the look of them and we want to be with them and we want to have sex and all these things. And that's obviously, it's better for you to find a woman or a man and be married to them and do all those things rather than be by yourself and have lust and it be imagining all these sexual things. And then once we find our person and we are married to them, then the way we should treat them should be with respect and with love, all these things. And obviously when we are married, we all are equal to each other, so a husband and wife are equal, but they have different roles and responsibilities, and that's what we have to accept. The man is the head of the house, as it says in the Bible, and so he obviously has authority to provide for the family and look after them. And that's how we used to be in the olden times, but now we know that as women we can work, we have, you know, all these rights and responsibilities, but at the same time in the family home, the mum and dad, husband and wife should discuss together and make decisions for the family together. So it's a partnership. And once you get married, you are making an oath to God, and it says that whatever God has put together, let no man separate. So once you are married, you are legally bound, and you are also bound in the eyes of God, and so it's very important that you pick the right person, because you are bound to them for life, like forever. So obviously when they die, then you are no longer bound to them, or you know, when they cheat, certain circumstances when you can get divorced, but there's very few. So when you are married to that person, you're making a lifelong commitment to them, and you're saying, I'm going to be there for you in good times and bad times, all those things. That's what you're saying. So it's important to pick the right partner. And obviously with that as well, the most important thing that we should be doing, the first thing that we should be doing, is praying. Prayer is so important. We need to talk to God. We need to say, God, if this guy is for me, let me know. If you think he's not for me, let me know. And he will. Like, read your Bible as well. Read what kind of, you know, qualities we should be having, how the husband and wife should be acting towards each other, all these things. If they don't show those qualities that are needed for a husband or wife, then are they going to be the best husband for you? If they're stubborn, if they get angry easily, all these things, that's not going to be useful for you when you're married, because then you're not going to be able to solve problems and to communicate. So praying is so important, because God will show you the red flags that you see. Don't be changing them into amber and thinking it's alright, I'll still go through with it. If it's red, it's red. Just don't do it. Be wise, think about these things, and just pray about it. Read the Bible, consult other people if you need to. Talk to your mom, talk to your dad, whatever. And just be wise when you're making that decision. I think you will know when the person is right for you, when they're the one. But let's not rush as well, because this is going to be for a lifetime. Marriage is for a lifetime, so it's not an easy decision to make. Don't take it lightly. Hope this helps you guys. I hope I've not scared you off into getting married. But yeah, it can be such a beautiful thing when you're married and you have that other person that shares the same beliefs as you and is equally yoked with you. And so I hope this helps. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be posting more content soon, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.